can play or they wouldn't be here. The first round, like you say, a lot of mismatches normally, but when you get to the second round, a lot of them are evenly matched. And this is a very evenly matched first-round game, which you normally don't see. But tonight's game really, Dave, in my opinion, is a toss-up. Again, though, I think experience favors Corbin.
Well, this is a 2 against a 3. You know, most of your mismatches come when you have those top teams playing the number 4s, and that gets out of hand sometimes, and I don't know how long that system will stay around. They may stick with it for a long time. We'll just have to wait and see. It'll be Boyle County kicking away to Corbin. Boyle County dressed in their black home uniforms with the white lettering and the white and gold on the black helmets. The kicker is number 10, Jeremy Noel, a 5'10", 170-pound senior. Back to receive for Corbin will be number 20, Aaron Hoskins, and number 12, that would be Pat McCowan. And we're ready. Sit back and enjoy. Well, it should be a good Friday night football game here on WCTT and T107 as Noel is ready for the approach. Pretty good Corbin contingency has made the trip here to Danville. Or just outside of Danville. Oh, it's a short kick on the ground. It's going to be taken by, I think, Greg Wyatt. Fielded the football and returns it out to the 40-yard line. The Redhounds will start there, 1st and 10 at the 40. Was that Wyatt?
Greg Wyatt. They squibbed that ball. I think they were trying to kick it away from Patrick. You know, Patrick's numbers changed tonight for some reason. Probably the reason that they maybe didn't want to let him know who Patrick was, and that hopefully they might kick it deep. As Danny Steele, Dave, answers a question, he will start at quarterback.
Well, Coach Adams in the pregame, which was only about 15 minutes before the game, said he hadn't decided what he would do. I guess you have to kind of get that gut feeling, and he is going to open up here with Danny Steele at quarterback. Corbin will start 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line, right in the middle of the field. Crowley goes wide to the right side. Steele moving in behind center. Coming in motion is Scott Hart. Pitch out goes the right side to McCowan, and Pat is tripped up as he hits the 45-yard line. Gain of 5 on the first down play.
Offensively tonight, Creekmore, Nolan Devon, Shane Creekmore, that is, Andy Robertson, Dwayne Evans, Joey Petrie, Shane Romines, and Michael Crowley start offensively in the line.
So Corbin now with 2nd down and 5 from the 45-yard line. Their own 45. In the backfield, Greg Wyatt, Scott Hart, and Matt Bargo. Power I right set. Crowley is split to the right as Bargo kind of looked like had a problem with the handoff from Steele and loses a yard on the play. That'll bring up 3rd down and 6.
Danny Steele is the starting quarterback tonight. That's Pat McCowan, Matt Bargo, and Scott Hart in the backfield. C.J. Taylor normally starts at an offensive line. Not in there tonight as Dwayne Evans starts at center.
Defensively, Boyle County with the old 52 set there, 170, 200, 200, 265, and 185, those 5 down linemen. But as Coach Adams pointed out, a little smallish in the linebackers. Pitch out goes left side to McCowan. Patty is going to have the first down as he crosses midfield and goes to the 48-yard line, moving it inside Boyle County territory as Corbin hits to the outside for the yardage.
Well, you know, Coach Adams in his pregame said that, hey, we're going to line up and run right at them. He's chose to try to get on the corners here, which obviously Danville, you know what kind of speed they had last week, didn't have a lot of success against them, so maybe Coach Adams throwing a little decoy there.
Number 22, Dennis Jones, wide to the left side. The backfield, Scott Hart and Greg Wyatt. Steele with 2 backs behind him underneath, gives it off in there to Wyatt, and Greg squirts through a hole down to about the
Who's number 7? We don't have it on the list.
43-yard line. 10:22 to go here in the first period of play. Corbin moving the football now. They've got it on the 44-yard line. 2nd down and about 7 for the Redhounds. 3-man backfield now behind Steele. He gives it off in there to, I think, Scott Hart, the ball carrier. We'll see when he gets up. Trey Wyatt. Wyatt moves the football down to the 40. That'll be short of the first down and bring up 3rd down and 3.
Well, Coach Adams pointed out something very true. Most people in the district over here, they don't try to line up and run at you like Corbin's doing right now. They pound, and that wears on you as the game goes on.
And we may be a little shy on giving you the time here in this football game tonight because we just can't hardly see the clock. Oh, Matt Bargo behind the line of scrimmage as he took the handoff. Number 82 blitzed in and took him down. Aaron Coleman, 6'1", 200-pound defensive lineman.
Well, they came on a blitz that time, and then there just wasn't enough of us to pick them up there as we're going to punt as Chris Hammock comes in the game.
Man losing back to the 42-yard line.
This would be a nice place to fake a punt right here, Dave. It's early in the game. They think we're going to punt. We're in their territory. Defensively, we should be the favorite defensively.
Clock shows 9 minutes to go in the first period of play. Back to receive the punt is number 10, Noel. We have a flag on the play, movement on the line.
And we faked the punt, too. We sure did. We snapped it to Scott Hart, but doggone penalty's going to
move us back. Going to be offsides against Corbin. That'll move the Red back 5 more yards. And there goes your fake punt.
Well, that's the kind of stuff that kills you because we had them set up great for a fake punt right there. Now we got to go ahead and punt the thing away.
Jeremy Noel, a 5'10", 170-pound senior, back to receive. Chris Hammock will punt it away. He'll get this one off at about the 45-yard line. It is a high short kick. Takes a Boyle County bounce, hit the 35 and bounded back out to the 40. Corbin gets a hold of it there. That's where the Rebels will take over offensively.
Boyle County looked to be offsides on that play, Dave, but no flag.
Quarterback is number 19, Chris Lamont, 6'3", 175-pound junior.
We saw him throwing the ball there in warm-ups. Pretty good-looking kid. Throws the ball pretty crisp, and I think if Boyle County's going to score, that's what they're going to have to do. But Jeremy Moran and McCown and Dennis Jones and Scott Hart and them guys, they've been doing a good job in the secondary.
The ends, number 85, Marty Pruitt, number 84, Chad Powell. Straight I formation behind the quarterback Lamont as he takes the snap. Pitch out goes to the left side to Josh Coleman. Coleman dodges one tackler, gets by another one, and moves the football up to the 35-yard line.
Dwayne Evans on the stop. Dwayne Evans, a senior.
I said on the punt that the ball hit the 35 and kicked back to the 40. Actually hit the 25 and kicked back up to the 30. So Boyle County starting 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Gain of 4 on that first down play. That'll bring up now 2nd down and 6. Working from the right, or rather the left hash mark. Lavons moves in behind his center, Johnny Ashburn, 5'11", 200-pound senior center. And now the official says, let's play. Corbin with a 5-man defensive front as Lamons turns, and he's loading out to the right side to throw. He looks, he lets it go, and it is almost picked off. Jeremy Moran, number 19, diving for the football. The receiver, Marty Pruitt, had fallen down. Moran keyed in on it, but couldn't pull it in.
Good coverage by that time by Jeremy Moran. If he picks that thing off, it's touchdown. In the secondary tonight, Pat McCown along with Dennis Jones, pair of seniors, Scott Hart, also Patrick McCown, or Dennis Jones, excuse me. The linebackers are David Stevens and Shane Creekmore. The ends are Dwayne Evans and Greg White. Down on the line, Shane Romines, Andy Robertson, John David Myers, and linebackers again, David Stevens and Shane Creekmore.
And now we have an officials timeout here. They're trying to keep everyone moved back, the teams from the edge of the field just a little bit. Official thinks he has that accomplished now. We're ready to go. 3rd down and 6 for the Boyle County Rebels. Working from the left hash. Pitch out's going to go to the right side to Coleman. Coleman heading around the right side. He's going to be well short of the 1st down. Well, I thought that the Redhounds had him back there at about the 35, but he does get on up to, it looks like, about the 38-yard line.
He broke a couple tackles there. We had good defense over there, good pursuit, really got a lot of people with the ball. David Stevens that time came up and made the tackle.
Yeah, he was in a crowd at the 35, but he got 3 more yards out of that. Brings up now 4th down and about a yard. And the Rebels say that they will punt it away. Jeremy Noel, the punter, as well as the kicker, Hart and McCowan. Hart the up back, McCowan on back a bit further to receive. The ball is going to hit at the 40 and going down to the 35-yard line, out of bounds around the 35, and the Hounds will once again take over offensively after having to punt on their first offensive possession. Clock shows 7:26 to go, first period of play.
Both teams look very similar to this point, Dave. Corbin got a bad break there when they jumped off sides on a fake punt because that thing looked like it was going to work.
Corbin will have it 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line. The Redhounds will start from near the middle of the field. Corbin did not pass on their first offensive possession of the game, electing to run against Boyle County, which has the #1 defense against the rush in the state of Kentucky this year. Steely now is looking back to throw. He looks. He's going for Jones over the middle. He's got him up at about the 44-yard line. Tackle made by number 32, Josh Coleman. 1st down for the Redhounds.
Nice throw and catch by Danny Steele. A lot of times that's a good sign. You get a young quarterback and he's on target with that first one. A lot of times he'll have a good night. So Danny right now with a little momentum.
Ball on the 43-yard line. 1st and 10 there for Corbin. The Red Hounds working still right in the middle of the field. Full house backfield behind Steely. Gives it off to Hart around the right side, and no room for Scott Hart. Well, you see, Boyle County there pretty tough against the rush. No doubt about that. He is swarmed over after a gain of about a yard on the play. Brings up second. Might as well say 2nd down and 10 now for Corbin.
What they do is they play a 50 defense, but they walk the corners right up there like outside linebackers, and then they send them guys inside, and it makes it extremely difficult, and then they man them safeties up. And if you do throw the ball, you got to get it off quick because they're bringing everybody.
Yeah, they are small at the linebackers, but like Coach Adams said, they're also very quick, and they feel like they can cover the outside. Pitch out left side to Matt Bargo, being chased in the backfield, and Matt's going to go down, lose a yard or two on the play. Big number 82 that time for Boyle County, Aaron Coleman. Had a good penetration and chased Matt Bargo down for the tackle. Loss of a yard. That'll bring up 3rd down and 11 now for Corbin. Matt Bargo goes out. Shane Romines also goes out. Dennis Jones is in. He goes wide to the right side. Steely has Scott Hart and Trey Wyatt behind him as he drops back to throw. Good time that time, but he overthrows his intended receiver, number 22, Dennis Jones, and once again, the Red Hounds will punt it away.
Good coverage that time by Boyle County. Danny threw that one out here, but he was covered pretty well.
So with 5:53 to go and a fast-moving first period of play, the Red Hounds will punt. Chris Hammock will punt for Corbin, and Noel will receive again for Boyle County. Wearing the black. Flag on the play. Nice punt by Chris. The ball sails down to the 30.
Offsides on either Boyle County or us. No, us.
Well, it's 2 times in a row that Corbin's jumped off sides trying to punt the football here.
Well, we can't seem to get set on punts.
That'll move it back 5 yards, and Hammock will punt again. And good night for football. It's very warm. Temperature probably right around 60 degrees right now. It's
much better
cloudy,
night,
but not rainy.
Much better night than the last time I remember being over here in 1977. I can't remember a time that we've been back since then. It was blistering cold, but it's very, very comfortable out there right now. It's supposed to be a warm weekend also.
1977. Hammock will get this punt away at about the 29-yard line, a low line drive punt. Boy, he had to hurry. Boyle County was in on him.
I don't know how they missed blocking that, do you?
Really? I mean, they were all over Chris Hammock. The ball goes out of bounds at the 32-yard line, and the Rebels will try it offensively from there, 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line rather than the 32. Clock at 5 minutes and 43 seconds. Number 84, that is Chad Powell, will go wide to the right side. Also over there with him is number 44, Brian Bodner. Chris Lamont stays in at quarterback, 2 backs behind him. Working toward the right side of the field, handoff goes to Coleman. He is swarmed in the backfield and taken down at the line of scrimmage. Stevens and also Evans there to tackle.
Our defense is really playing well, and it's going to be difficult for Boyle County to put any points up against us. I think, again, I think they're going to have to throw the football if they're going to be able to score, because we've done a pretty good job against the run.
So Boyle County now facing 2nd down and 10. After no gain on that play, moves back to the line of scrimmage. 44, that is Bodner, wide to the left side. 84, Powell is wide to the right. Bodner in motion, though, from left to right. Cuts through. Lamont takes the snap, and he's looking back to throw. He looks. He's going to let it go, and he's got his man, but he overthrows him at the 45-yard line. That was Brian Bodner, who is not very tall. We'll check him on the list here. He is 5'7", 145 pounds.
Well, the mistake he made is he ran a read route. He went up and out and then turned up. He quit running. He goes ahead and runs, and he catches that football, but he stopped and kind of tried to leap. And again, if he keeps running, then he probably catches a football.
He was out there by himself, too. He had some open area to catch the football in. So now the Rebels facing a 3rd down and long in what has been, through the first quarter here, without a doubt, a defensive struggle between these two football teams. Neither team able to get much going on the other. Well, nothing going, as a matter of fact. Lamont's ready for the snap. He turns. He's looking to throw. He looks over the middle. He's looking once again for Bonner, but he's going to go long. He's got a man out there. Interference Number 85, Marty Pruitt, was running out there, and Pat McCowan got tangled up with him and tripped him. Official right on the play for the flag. We'll see where the spot's going to be. This will be deep in Corbin territory.
No question about that call. It was interference that time as Pat tried to break on the ball a little bit early there and just made contact with him.
Didn't mean to, but he did.
Still counts.
Looks like you could just say you're sorry and they'd let you go one time. Doesn't work, does it?
You can when we play at home and sometimes.
That's going to move the football down to the 50-yard line. Boyle County 1st and 10 right on the midfield stripe. One back behind Lamont as it looks like maybe they decided to throw the ball. No, he's going to give it off to Coleman. He's got room around the right side. And down he goes to near the 40-yard line. Nice first down gainer that time by the Rebels. Hitting it to the outside.
Could pick up who made the tackle, but I think it might have been Pat McCowan. Boyle County's quarterback, very, very patient in the pocket. Davies took a couple of shots in there, and on that last pass play, he stood in for a long time.
So the Rebels now moving the football here with the help of a pass interference penalty on Corbin. And that time a 9-yard pickup on the first down as Lamont moves underneath center. Takes the snap, and he's rolling back to throw. He looks. He's looking for Coleman. He lets it go deep for him. He's overthrown him badly. Looked like that time he just wanted number 32, Josh Coleman, to run for the end zone, and he would get it there to him, but he...
That's a good time to air it out, though, and then, you know, when he's seen Pat in the coverage, I think he might have just been throwing that one up there trying to throw it away because it's 3rd and short, so why not take a shot if you feel pretty confident you're in 2-down territory and you ought to be able to pick up 8 inches. Good call by the Boyle County coach that time. I bet you used to call him like that on the creek, didn't you?
Yeah, that was called the bomb. We threw the bomb a lot.
I thought the bomb was what y'all did to each other up there.
We did that too. We bombed on the field and off. 3rd down and about a yard, or about, well, like Burley said, about a foot or something for Boyle County here for the first down. I formation behind the quarterback. Pitch out goes to the left side to Coleman. He's got room. He's down to the 30, down to the 25. He may go, and he is picked up at the 10-yard line. David Stevens there to get him. Boyle County hitting to the outside for big yardage that time from Josh Coleman.
Well, we had everybody up inside tight, and the safety came up that time, and Dennis just really took a bad angle there, and thanks goodness to Davis that we were able to run him down.
David Stevens, number 57 on the tackle. As the cannon went off a bit early there as Lamont's looking to throw. He's throwing for the end zone. Picked off by Jones. Jones is at the 20. Down the sideline to the 30. To the 40. To the 41-yard line and out of bounds there. As suddenly it looked like Boyle County was going to punch it in and the tide turns. Lamont's heading for the out pattern in the end zone. Dennis Jones read it well and returns it to the 40-yard line.
You know, I understand the call there, maybe throwing the ball on first down, but why is it a terrible pattern to try to throw right there and up and out into the coverage? If you're going to do something like that, throw something short like a hot or what have you, because you got everybody up in there. I agreed with the last Boyle County call, but not a very smart call in my opinion right there. That's a terrible pass to try to throw in that situation.
And the spot's going to be, they say, he stepped out of bounds back at the 37-yard line. I formation behind Steely. Handoff goes in there to Scott Hart, bouncing off tacklers for no gain on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Hounds.
Well, I know why they have the reputation against the rush. They've looked pretty doggone good, except with the exception of a couple running plays to Pat McCowan outside.
Yeah, I think up the middle just is not going to work here, brother. Clock down to 3:20 to go. First period of play. Full house backfield. Bargo, Trey Wyatt, and Scott Hart behind Steely as he takes the snap, gives it off to Matt. Matt looking for some room. He's drilled right on the line of scrimmage. Number 82 there once again. That is Aaron Coleman.
Well, I am really impressed with the way they play defense at this point.
Yes, our offensive line has not been able to move them.
They get after you. They hit you, and they pursue to the football. Reminds me of an old Corbin team. I mean, they come at you.
3rd down. 9 yards for the first down for Corbin from the 37-yard line. They got to get past the 47 for the first down. Steely's looking to throw. He looks for Crowley. Lets it go. It is incomplete. At around midfield, Michael made a stab and a dive for it, but couldn't pull it in. 4th down and another punt for the Redhounds.
Well, that time Michael was the only receiver out in the pattern that time. They had him covered up pretty good. Then he had to throw it outside so he maybe could run to it, but just out of his reach. Michael made a good effort trying to get to it, but couldn't make it.
So Chris Hammock will come on to punt again for Corbin. Noel back to receive. Chris gets a nice punt off. Jeremy Noel will watch the ball hit. 30, 25, and right on down to the 20. Still rolling for the Redhounds down to the 15-yard line. Really good punt from Chris Hammock. So 1st and 10 from the 15 for Boyle County. Well, the Rebels hitting on the outside with number 32, Josh Coleman. On their last drive, had the ball down at the 10-yard line before they gave it up on an interception. Dennis Jones picked it off. Corbin defensively, a 5-man front. As Lamons is underneath for the snap. Turn, pitches out to the left side to Coleman, looking for the side again. He's got room, moves the football across the 25 to the 28-yard line. That's good enough for a 1st down. It'll be 1st and 10 now for Boyle County. As Coleman suddenly is running wild.
Shane Creekmore and Dennis Jones on the stop. Yeah, Boyle County has looked much better offensively late than they did early. They're starting to get a little bit of offense going. Seem to be wanting to pick on us a little bit to the outside and really threw a couple of nice passes, one on pass interference. They got a big break there, but then came right back to an interception.
I formation now, lining up behind the quarterback, Chris Lamont. As he turns, gives it off again to Coleman, and this time Coleman finds no hole to run through and is hit and dropped on the line of scrimmage. Shane Creekmore in on the stop. Boyle County now will face a 2nd down and 8. The Rebels in the black uniforms. With the I formation behind the quarterback, working off the left hash mark. Pitch out right side to Coleman, the far side of the field. He strings it out, gets a yard, a couple of yards, and then is drilled on the 35-yard line. Who made that tackle, Burley?
Pat McCown. Nice open field tackle, too. Boy, 77 made a good block on Creekmore then. Shane, he's been defensively there for us all year, but that time kid made a good block on Shane. But I believe Shane will win in the end. He's a champion.
77, he's a handful, 6'2", 230 pounds.
He's a good football player. I've been watching him. He can play football.
So now 3rd down and about 4 yards for Boyle County for 1st down yardage. Once again, they go with the I formation. Man in motion, that is Bodner from right to left. Pitch out goes to Coleman around the left side, dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Shoelace tackle made that time by Chris Hammock. Oh, good tackle by Chris.
Chris came on a blitz that time and again made a good tackle, because you get them one-on-one like that, you just got to try to get anything that you can on him, and Chris did a good job just getting him by the feet and getting him down.
So Corbin holds defensively, and Noel will come on to punt it away. Pat McCowan back to receive, but the punt will not be in the air before the quarter ends. At the end of one period of play, it's Corbin nothing and Boyle County nothing. Period number 2 is on the way. This is Redhound football on your sports leader, WCTT. Yes, sir. Is that right? Well, we got all kinds of signal on our okay. I'll crank him up a little more here. Okay. at the end of one period of play. No score between the Red Hounds and the Rebels. Getting ready for a Boyle County punt, but the official has asked for a timeout here. It's an equipment problem with one of the Corbin players, looks like. Scott Hart. Now he's ready to go. Now he's not ready to go. So they're ready to fix Scott's helmet, and he didn't come in anyway. Number 23, Mondo Sima checks in for Corbin. As Noel's ready to punt, and Pat McCowan is ready to receive. A fresh period, no score in the first one. Corbin with a rush on, almost roughed the kicker there. McCowan fair catches the football at the 30, or just a little shy thereof, and it's going to be 1st and 10 Red Hounds from about the 29.5-yard line.
Been a hard-hitting football game up to this point. Good hard-hitting first quarter, Dave.
Corbin definitely unable to move the football at all against Boyle County. The Rebels picked up some first downs in that first period. Whoa. That's not Philip Russell. That's some kind of music we're picking up on the wireless microphone there. Steely hands it off in there to Trey Wyatt, and Wyatt lost the football. It's picked up by Boyle County. Down to the 5-yard line. Number 59, Johnny Ashburn dug that one out. And now the Red Hounds in some trouble here. Well, Trey picked up about 5 or 6 yards and then just lost the football.
I couldn't tell if he ever had it. Well, that's a big break for Boyle County in a defensive struggle. When you get a break like that, that can be hard on you.
Football spotted right on the 10-yard line, working from the right hash mark. The Rebels set it up offensively here. And now the official says we need a timeout. Timeout for the Red Hounds, looks like.
We just had 10 people on the field.
So while they discuss it, let's sneak a break in here. We'll be right back. This is Red Hound Football and your sports leader, WCTT. Well, what was that, Frank? Really? I don't know what it could be. I really don't. All right, I hope it's not our equipment screwing up or something. Well, the Boyle County Rebels knocking on the door here after a Corbin turnover. The Red Hounds gave it up on a fumble. Boyle County returning it. Number 59, Johnny Ashburn, returns it down to the 10-yard line, and that's where the Rebels will start it here. 1st and 10 from the 10. And according to the marker, they cannot get a first down. They'll have to take it in here. Lamons turns, gives off to Coleman, and he is losing the football. Corbin has it. Got it back. He lost the football. The Red Hounds have recovered down at the goal line.
Dennis Jones. Rosie, we needed a break.
Corbin still, though, backed way up in their own territory at the 3. Coleman, he's a straight-up kind of runner.
We're going to make a change at quarterback here and come with Pat McCowan.
Pat wearing number 12 this evening. Corbin backed up at the 3-yard line, 1st and 10 there. McCowan will keep it around to the left side. He's hit at the 5, shakes it off to the 10, 15, down to the 20. He may go. He's got the speed. He's at the 45. Being chased. He can outrun him. He's down to the 30. Touchdown for Pat McCowan and the Corbin Red Hounds, 97 yards, Billy Foley.
That's a 97-yarder, a long
97 yards.
That time it was just a little fake to the right side. He sent all the backs one way, reversed it out this way, and was able to rip up the sideline for 97. Great run by Pat McCowan. Fantastic run by Pat McCowan.
So now Gus Hauser will come on to try the extra point. And we would go down to
run to Patrick McCown. Here's the placement. Splits the uprights. It's good by Gus Hauser. At 11 minutes and 7 seconds to go here in the second quarter, the Red Hounds have got on top of Boyle County 7-0 on a 97-yard touchdown run by Patrick McCown. You listen to Red Hound football on WCTT and T 107.
Who did the running, Phil or Pat?
I don't know. I think Phil went the distance in. What do you think? Did you go the distance, Phil?
He's out of breath, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
Well, 11 minutes and 11 seconds left to go here in the first half of play, and Pat McCowan has put the Corbin Red Hounds on top by a score of 7-0, 6 for Pat, 1 for Gus Hauser, and the Hounds will kick it away down to Boyle County. Well, it's a big turnaround, Burley. You fumble, they return to the 10, and they fumble, and the very next play you return it. You take it 97 yards for a touchdown.
Yeah, there's a missed tackle right here, too. With Kid and Boyle County had a chance to make a stop out there, and he missed the tackle. But Pat's pretty elusive, you know. And like you say, once he breaks in the secondary, he's got great quickness.
Gus Hauser will kick it away. Noel is back to receive, along with, I think that's Bodner back there, and Bodner will get it at the 5. Here he comes out down to the 15-yard line and is brought down just as he crosses the 20. Matt Bargo making the stop for Corbin. So the Rebels, 1st and 10 from just past the 20-yard line.
Corbin with a big advantage right now because their defense has really played good. You know, we heard a lot about the Boyle County defense. We got a pretty good defense, too.
So Boyle County moves to the offense. Lamont staying in there at quarterback. Wearing number 19, has the I formation behind him. Pitches out right side to Coleman, trying to string it out there, and is drilled at about the 24-yard line by a couple of Corbin players with a flag on the play. Corbin might have piled on there, maybe got him with a face mask that time. I don't know.
I don't think it piled on, but Stevens and Creekmore and Romines hit him a pretty good shot in there as he picks up his helmet. Face mask.
So face mask against Corbin. Like you say, good hit too, but when you saw that helmet come off there, you had to think maybe that somebody had a hold of it. Going to move the football up to the 40-yard line where Boyle County will have some pretty good position here. 1st and 10 at the 40. Working from toward the right hash mark. We have 10 minutes and 35 seconds left to go in the first half of play. Corbin with 5 down linemen, 4 backers, and a couple of safeties as Lamont's ready to throw. Lets it go deep. He's got a man down there. It's going to be picked off, though, by Jones at the 25-yard line. His second interception of the game to go along with a fumble recovery. Corbin has it at the 25, 1st and 10 for the Red Hounds.
That was just a terrible pass. He just threw that thing up for grabs. He had a man down there, but Dennis was much deeper than him. And again, Boyle County, their own worst enemy right now, but big breaks for Corbin.
Yeah, he had a man, but instead of throwing it on a line to him, he just threw it up in the air. Maybe he didn't have the arm strength to.
We don't have a quarterback out there yet. Hey, guys, let's get a quarterback out there.
Well, everyone's looking around for the quarterback.
Gee whiz.
So Corbin, for the second time in the game, is going to call a timeout because they didn't have enough players on the field. So while we have a timeout on the field, let's take a timeout here in the booth. This is Red Hound Football on your sports leader, WCTT. Thanks. You getting any better? You know what I think? I think the unit. I think the unit wasn't plugged in real well. It wasn't charging. Right. Corbin on top of Boyle County by a score of 7-0 after Pat McCowan took it 97 yards on the quarterback keep. Gus Hauser kicked in the extra point. 4-7-0 Red Hound lead. No score in the first period of the football game. Corbin has used another timeout. Did not have a quarterback to run the offense after Dennis Jones intercepted. It's 1st and 10 Corbin from the 25-yard line. The Red Hounds working from the left hash mark, and there's a flag on the play. Someone lined up wrong. Obviously. And it was Boyle County, according to the Corbin players, as they applaud. So that's a quick 5 yards.
C.J. Taylor in at center now for Corbin. C.J. has been a starter most of the year. Trey White, the fullback. The halfbacks are Scott Hart and Matt Bargo. The ends are Romines and Michael Crowley.
Number 12, Pat McCowan at quarterback. Takes the snap, turns, gives it off to Hart as he just punches into the line and goes nowhere. Yeah, maybe he might have got a couple out of that. Has got a little extra push, I think, from some of his teammates there.
What's that down marker over there, Dave? And you can tell. I'm kind of a smart aleck sometimes, aren't I?
That's pretty bad, Bert. I feel bad tonight. I got a sore throat too. Second down and a long 2 yards here for Corbin. As McCowan fakes the handoff to Bargo, keeps around the right side for a big hole. Gets the first down and then some, moving the football across to the 41-yard line.
Pat on a similar play that he scored on.
Well, there have been games this year where that has been Corbin's only way of generating any offense is just let Pat McCowan bootleg it.
Well, his quickness puts a lot of pressure on you out there. Of course, you fake into the line. That holds them linebackers. Then when Pat gets out there one-on-one, corner, it makes it difficult. And that's what happened down here. You saw it. They put him one-on-one with 10 here, and Pat won the battle for 97 yards.
Well, you can see Boyle County, though, moving more and more people up on that defensive line. They basically got 9 guys jammed up in there right now as McCowan, this time on a broken play, is going to go down way behind the line of scrimmage. About 4 yards on the play. I don't know what happened that time. Looked like Pat was trying to move people out of his way, but
well, what happened then is they blitzed somebody from the outside, and he had to slow down there and couldn't turn it up as quick, and he wasn't able to get out here one-on-one, and that's what Boyle County did then. They said, hey, we'll come hard outside and make you turn that thing up. But now what that'll do if they keep doing that, we'll be able to go back toward the middle a little bit and should be able to loosen them up in there a little.
Second down and a long 14 yards now for Corbin. We're in the second period here at Boyle County High School. As Danny Steele's in at quarterback, he's going to throw over the middle. It's going to be incomplete. Intended for Shane Romines, but he overthrew him at midfield. Had Michael Crowley out there, too, who was Romines and Crowley were both open. And Steele, after the one play, will go out. Or maybe go over and talk with Coach Adams. Now he comes back in. Dennis Jones also checking in for the Red Hounds.
Quick moving first half, Dave. 8:25 to go here.
Check that clock for us over there. I just can't see it. Ball's on the 38-yard line. It's going to be third down, 14 for Corbin from the 38. Steele rolling to throw. Drops back. He lets it go. It is going to be caught by Jones. First down. Dennis pulls it in safely at the 47-yard line. And a flag on the play. Looks like we'll bring that one back.
That looks like it's going to be a hold, Dave, on Corbin.
You're absolutely right. Holding on the Red Hounds. There haven't been a lot of penalty flags here in the game. Shane Creekmore goes to the official and asks who was the guilty party.
We've been on the worst enemy so far, 2 offsides penalties on punts, now a holding penalty on a big pass play that we complete, a fumble that nearly set up a score for them. 2 timeouts with not enough players in the game.
Well, that's going to move it back to the 25-yard line. It'll be third down and 26 for Corbin from the 25. Dave King and Bernie Foley in the booth. Philip Russell is roaming the field. Crowley wide to the left side. Jones wide to the right. As Steele is going to give it off in there to Scott Hart, and Scott gets about 3 yards. That'll bring a 4th down and a punt for Corbin. I think maybe that time just wanted to play it safe. With a 7-0 lead, and your defense playing well.
Well, we try to spread them right there, and, you know, they go back out when it's that long. We try to spread them right there and hopefully catch them backed up. Good time for a screen right there, Dave. It's a nice play in that situation, or the play that they just ran. You know, Scott, a lot of times on a draw like that, you can catch them sleeping, but that time they didn't.
Chris Hammock to punt. They're coming after him. Oh, just about got that one. It's going to be a short punt. Hits up at the 40, then bounces back.
That's our ball.
About the 38-yard line.
That's our ball.
They're saying maybe that it hit a Boyle County player, and
that's Corbin's ball.
Picked it up.
That's Corbin's football.
Well, the Corbin sideline certainly thinks so. Red Hound football.
It is. It hit them in the back. What happened, it was a short punt, and number 32 for Boyle County is back to it, hit him in the back of the legs, and we were able to recover it. There's no question about that call. I don't know what the discussion was.
Well, the ball moved up now to the 33-yard line, so Corbin, with a fortunate turn of events there, will have it 1st and 10 from the 33. Fargo, Greg Wyatt, and Scott Hart forming the bone behind McCowan. He'll keep it to the left side, and there's a small hole. Pat crosses the 40. Up to about the 42-yard line. Corbin started off there at the 36. I said the 33, but it was the 37-yard line is where they were at. So Corbin now with 2nd down and 6 yards for 1st down yardage. Working from the left hash. McCowan underneath, gives it in there to Scott Hart, hits the line, and is tackled at the 45-yard line as Scott kept bouncing off would-be tacklers trying to find somewhere to go, but there was nowhere.
I'll tell you this, Boyle County is one of the most aggressive teams I've seen this year. They're very, very aggressive. Well, some fan really wanting that sideline to get up, isn't he? Best I can tell, they're all standing up.
Every one of them. 3rd down and 3 for Corbin from the 45. The Hounds need to break the 48 to get the 1st down. Matt Fargo, Scott Hart. McCowan will keep it himself. He's got the 1st down at the 50, down to the 45, and is brought down inside Boyle County territory at the 42-yard line. So Pat McCowan is a big thorn in Boyle County side right now.
But the big question here, Pat, how conditioned is Pat? Because after a 97-yarder, and then right now, he's going to have to, at this point, probably had 8, 9, 10 carries, and that's been our offense. But his conditioning really needs to hold up tonight.
Power I formation for Corbin. Here comes a blitz. Handoff to Bargo. Hits into the line and caught from behind and held by the jersey and just nowhere to go at all as he is going to be stopped at the 40-yard line. That's a gain, though, of a couple. That'll bring up now 2nd down for the Red Hounds. With the clock down to 5:19 to go up until halftime. Philip Russell will join us at halftime with the first half Red Hound stats. Will Mines will go wide to the right. That's the far side of the field. Crowley goes to the left side. In motion, Greg Wyatt. From right to left, Pat McCowan on the keeper. Hit behind the line of scrimmage. Down he goes. Number 82, Aaron Coleman, smelled that play out. 3rd and 11 coming up for Corbin. And the Hounds will go for a timeout. Their final timeout here in the first half. Let's take a break. We'll be right back to Boyle County High School. This Red Hound football and your sports leader, WCTT. Okay. score-wise here at Boyle County. It's Corbin on top of the Rebels by a score of 7-0. In other games, Whitley leads Belfry 3-0 in the second period of their game, and Williamsburg leads Elkhorn City 18-0 at halftime of theirs. Corbin with a third down and almost 11 for the first down. Danny Steele checks in to play quarterback. Danny is dropping back. There's a flag in the backfield. That'll be against Corbin. Pass is going to be dropped anyway by Dennis Jones right at about the first down marker, but motion against the Red Hounds anyway.
I'm certain Boyle County will decline that.
And they do, which brings up now fourth down, and the Red Hounds will punt again. Been a busy night for Chris Hammett. Chris, not a very good punt his last one, but it hit a Boyle County player in the back. Corbin was able to recover. Chris will punt it away again. He'll boot this one from the 49-yard line. Oh, it gets a nice one way over the head of Noel. It's going to go into the end zone. And the Rebels will bring it out to the 20-yard line. 4.5 left to go here in the first half of play.
Well, Boyle County, they've been their own worst enemy. They've tried to bite off too much. They've been very successful throwing a short pattern and trying to get out there on the good quick sweeps and had some success. But last two times they've went deep and both times been picked off.
I formation now, lining up behind the quarterback, which is Chris Lamond, and he gives it off.
Shane
around to the right side. Romine's on the tackle.
Shane Romine's a senior.
I never catch you carried that football. He jumped up too quick. 32 Coleman on the carry again. Josh Coleman, 5'11", 175-pound senior. He has been the man for Boyle County here in the game. Gain of 4 yards on the play, about, well, almost 5 yards. That'll bring up second down. And 5 for Boyle County. I formation now behind the quarterback as he is going to reverse it around to Noel around the left side. He's got room. He is at the 40 and ducked down at about the 42-yard line. And a flag on the play. Shane Creekmore on the stop.
I think we got a personal foul on the coaching staff.
Boy, I don't know what that would be for.
Came awful late, didn't it? I hope not, but I think they flagged us for being on the field.
Well, they're moving the chains right on down the line, so it definitely is against Corbin.
Did you pick up the call?
Really didn't. They've not signaled the call yet, have they? Now he does. Yeah, you're right. It is sideline interference on Corbin, so it's really not a big penalty. That'll move it across the 45 to about the 48-yard line. So Boyle County, 1st and 10 from the 48. Chris Lamont pitches out right side to Coleman, and he is going to go down at midfield. Shane Creekmore up there on the stop along with Craig White. The ball came loose.
Well, we're going to have to keep our composure there. We almost got another flag.
Yeah, Shane took off with the ball and just kind of threw it down. The official didn't like that too much. It was not a fumble. It'll bring up now 2nd down and 8 for Boyle County.
He's just one of those aggressive kids, you know, playing to win, and they get a hold of that ball. They want to do something with it.
Clock working against Boyle County here in the first half. 3:15 to go until halftime. As Lamont pitches out right side to Coleman, bouncing off people for only a couple of yards. The Rebels up quickly, trying to hurry things up here a bit. They're looking at 3rd down and 6. Inside Red Hound territory at the 48. Almost the 49. They've got to cross the 43 for the first down. And once again, Lamont will have his eye behind him. And we have movement on the line, offside against Corbin.
It's 4 offsides penalties, or emotional offsides penalties up to this point.
That'll put Boyle County very close to a first down. It'll bring up now 3rd down and a yard for the Rebels. Third and 1 for Boyle County, trying to keep their drive alive here as the first half is winding down. Coleman has first down yards and moves the football down to the 35-yard line.
Dennis Jones and Shane Romines on the stop. 2:16 to go. 2:16 before half, I should say.
Right. We got a good comfortable position here. I just can't see the clock. Barely can see the clock, so you're the designated clocker. Since you get paid extra for that, by the way. As Lamons moves under and gives it off once again on the reverse counter play to Noel. And he is hit behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of a yard. Corbin with Stevens reading that one well.
David Stevens that time came on a blitz. We've seen him do that quite a bit lately, and he's had some good success. Boyle County calls a timeout.
So while there's timeout on the field, we'll take a timeout here. This is Red Hound football. Corbin's on top of Boyle 7-0 nearing the end of the first half on your sports leader, WCTT. Boyle County, 7 wins, 3 losses on the year. They are the district runner-ups in their district. Corbin 6-4 on the football season. The Red Hounds finished 3rd in their district behind the champion Middlesboro and 2nd place Rockcastle County. Corbin, of course, with a couple of breaks, could have been the district champion. Burley lost 6-3 at Rockcastle County and then lost 36-18 at Middlesboro in a game that was much closer than that final score indicates. 2nd down and 12 for Boyle County. Lamons ready to throw. He lets it go for the end zone. It is going to be dropped by Dennis Jones and by Josh Coleman, who was running for it. Well, that's pretty close to offensive pass interference there as Coleman fell down and I think caused Jones to miss that football.
I don't really understand that pattern by Boyle County because they've tried that. That's the 3rd time they've tried it. It's been intercepted twice and once again covered very, very well by Dennis Jones.
3rd down, 12 for the Rebels. Nice night here at Boyle County High School. An exceptional night for this time of the year. Normally you're freezing your butt off on the 4th of November, but it's nice and warm this evening. And the flags fly. Let's see what this is. Blew this one dead before the play got started. Biggest Boyle County. Looks like maybe someone lined up on the wrong side of the football. So the Rebels trying to get something before halftime, going backwards right now in their effort, though. That takes it back to the 41-yard line. It'll be 3rd down. 16 yards for the first down for Boyle County. Clark County down here in the first half. Lamont pitches out right side to Coleman. Heads for that right side, and he is knocked down on the 38-yard line. Greg White up there to hit him. Moran, Creekmore, Stevens all in on the play.
I think Boyle County would like to go for it with time running down. With their defense, you know, they can gamble like this.
Clock down to about a minute to go in the first half. Two go wide to the left side. That's number 84, Chad Powell. Number 10, Jeremy Noel is over there. Chris Lamont looking to throw, looking over that side, and he is going to be sacked back at the 50-yard line.
Fumble.
On a fumble, too. Well, the Red Hounds would have had it on downs, but Corbin will take over right at about midfield and complete a couple of passes here to get in Gus Hauser's range maybe for one of those halftime field goals he's been known to make this year.
That's why I called it a gamble. When you do that, and you got a good kicker, it can cost you. Corbin go up 10-0. This could make it difficult for Boyle County, although they still capably can score. David Stevens, also John David Myers, and the guys up front really putting the heat on the quarterback that time.
Well, of course, you got to get down to probably at least around the 25-yard line. As Steely's back to throw, lets it go over the middle. It is going to bounce and then be caught by Roe Mines, incomplete.
Boy, Michael Crowley is wide open on this left side over here.
Well, still, you look at Danny, and it's a lot like the Madison Southern game last Friday night. Does it look like he's just stiff-arming the ball out there?
Well, he's got a shoulder problem.
Right.
He really has, and it's difficult for the kid to throw. He has a very, very good arm.
You can tell it's bothering him, though. That's more so, I think, the last couple of games than earlier. Steely back to throw again. He looks. He lets it go long. It is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Coleman. And they say that Coleman stepped out of bounds, I guess.
Boy, it's a good thing.
Back at the 20. Yeah, he would have had some big yardage.
24 seconds to go.
So there goes Corbin's hopes for maybe getting something before halftime, and Boyle County has 20-odd seconds here to do something of their own. The Hounds on top, 7-0. Hard-fought game, a lot of hard hits, a lot of big plays in this first half. As Lamont's going to play it safe and hand it off.
Greg White, also Shane Romines on the stop.
Kendall Wise on the carry that time. First time he's had the football here in the game for Boyle County.
I don't think this will run the clock yet. Looks like Boyle County not going to stop it.
Well, the two teams will head off the field at the end of one half of play with the score. The Corbin Redhounds 7, the Boyle County Rebels nothing. Stay with us coming up at halftime. We'll update you on any and all. Corbin's having problems with penalties, and Boyle County's having problems with turnovers in the first half, but otherwise, pretty good play in half of football.
Very, very hard fought first half. I think Corbin just got like you say, the turnovers really, really hurt Boyle County, and the penalties hurt Corbin. However, Corbin was able to capitalize on one of the turnovers. When I say capitalize, you turn it over on the 3. You don't expect a kid to go 97 yards, but Pat McCown, again, with that tremendous speed, was able to go all the way.
Corbin will kick it away to start things off here in the second half of play. Gus Hauser to kick at the 40. Back to receive will be number 44. That's Brian Bodner. He's on the right side, and over to his left is number 10, Jeremy Noel. And we are ready for the second half. As Gus gets a foot into it, Noel will field it at the 10. Got some blocking to the 15, to the 20, and is dropped by a streaking Scott Hart just as he crosses the 20-yard line. Spot's going to be right on the 22. 1st and 10 for Boyle from the 22-yard line.
Well, Scott Hart gets a lot done for a little guy. I've caught myself not giving him the credit that he really deserves. He's got a heart of a lion, and every football team can use a Scott Hart, guarantee you.
Well, he's not had the season I don't think that I expected. Maybe you expected some other people offensively this year, but he's got a lot of other stuff done. That's for sure. Handoff is going to go to Coleman. Or strike that. That's not Coleman. Number 16 on the carry, Kendall Wise. Moves it to the 25-yard line. Dropped there. It'll be 2nd down and 8 for Boyle County.
We talk about Scott Hart offensively. The thing you got to understand is he went out with an early knee injury, and that really set Scott back. And should we be able to play 3-4 more games, eventually he's going to stand out.
Boyle County working from the right hash mark. The quarterback, number 19, Chris Lamont, 6'3", 175. Handoff goes to Coleman. He trips as he heads around the left side. Gets only a yard or two out of that. Had a little help getting tripped up there by Corbin's number 67, J.D. Myers. Just got enough of his feet there to make him fall down.
Can't fault Corbin's defense tonight. They have played very, very solid in there.
3rd down and about 3 yards now for Boyle County. Big 3rd down play here for the Rebels. I formation moves in behind the quarterback Lamont. He turns, pitches out right side to Coleman. He is going to be close to 1st down yardage around the right end. Stevens, Creekmore on the stop. it gets up flipping a little bit. It will be a Boyle County first down.
Boyle County come out second half and trying to do stuff very similar to what they did in the first half. They tried some early hitters in the middle and then started trying to get outside on the corners with some success.
Yeah, that was their best play in the first half, getting it around the short end. As Lamond, with his eye back there behind him, pitches back to Noel. Noel streaking around the left side, and he is down at the 40.
Creekmore gets up off the bottom of the pile. Also Dwayne Evans, I think.
Good first down gainer that time by Jeremy Noel. Gain of about 4. That'll leave second down and 6 here for the Rebels. We're in the third period. Corbin on top, 7-0. 84, Chad Powell goes wide to the left. That will be the near side of the field as Boyle County working from the left hash mark. In motion, Bodner drops into the backfield. Handoff goes to Noel, and he is dropped right on the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Tried the counter play again, and it didn't work. Corbin right on top of it. That'll bring up now third and about 6 for Boyle County.
Well, here I think is where Boyle County has made the mistakes in the game. They've had this situation a couple, 3 times. They've really tried to throw the ball very, very deep right into coverage, and it's cost them. I'll be interested to see here if they do pass, do they try to go to the short route, maybe even to the tight end.
Big number 59, Johnny Ashburn, 5'11", 200-pound senior, moves up to the line, man in motion, and, well, we finally are going to get a flag there as number 16, Kendall Wise, jumped up early. That'll be 5 against Boyle County. Third period action, 8 minutes and 59 seconds left to go in quarter number 3.
That time, 2 players jumped. The official didn't throw the flag for,
I don't think he was going to.
I really don't either. Those crackers are good, Dave.
The players just kind of stopped that play on their own. Then the official jerked his flag out and threw it. So Boyle County now looking at 3rd and 10. Two go wide to the right side. DeReb's working right from the middle. Lamond's back to throw. He lets it go. It is knocked loose, but Bodner on a great catch. Right at the first down marker. Jeremy Moran knocked the ball away, but Bodner able to stretch out there and grab it. That's a big play for Boyle County. They'll have to bring over the change to measure this one for the first down.
We were right there on the coverage that time, got our hands on the ball, and 44 Lamont, I think you called him, he made a tremendous catch there.
Number 44, Brian Bodner on the catch. Small guy, only 5'7", about 145 pounds. Going to be a Boyle County first down, so they move the chains on down the field. That's a big play. Spot will be on the 44-yard line. 1st and 10 from their own 44 for Boyle County. Number 25, Jason Baker in. He goes wide to the left side. Bodner goes wide to the left side with it. I formation behind the quarterback, Chris Lamond. He takes the snap, gives it off in there to Noel, and he is dropped on the line of scrimmage for no gain. 2nd and 10. Well, neither team able to do anything on the ground hardly. Pat McCown had over 100 yards in the first half, but 97 of those came on one play. Matt Barger in the first half early, 5 rushes for -4 yards.
Hey, I mean, they're hard on the rush, no question.
The center, Ashburn, kind of limps back up to the football. He's ready to go, though. 2nd and 10 for Boyle. Couple of fake handoffs. Now Lamond's going to throw. It's going to be incomplete. And his man, number 84, Chad Powell, down at the 40-yard line. If Lamond had ducked and run that time, he could have picked up some good yardage, looked like, down the right sideline, Burley.
Yeah, we had him wide open he had him wide open that time as he rolls to the right. And actually, I'm like one of the fans that hollered. He should have kept that one because he had some big yardage. Not only that, the receiver can peel back and make that block. He might score.
So we got 3rd down and 10 for the Rebels. Trying to get something going. Corbin's pitched a shutout so far. The Hounds have only 7 points of their own. Lamont underneath, one back behind him. He's going to throw. He's got pressure. Down he goes. David Stevens on the blitz. Dumps him all the way back at the 35-yard line. Now they spot it on the 37. And this is 4th and a bunch now for Boyle County, and the punter will come out.
Once again, David Stevens has really done a tremendous job for us. Anytime that somebody tries to pass, he's put a lot of heat on them.
Noel will punt it away. Pat McCowan will be set to receive for Corbin. Oh, it's going to be a shanked punt off the right side of his foot. Still has some pretty good yardage and takes a nice Boyle County bounce. The official says down to the 34-yard line. Corbin will have it 1st and 10 there. .707 left to go in the 3rd period of play. Corbin on top 7-0.
Chris got a good bounce in. It hit short, but took an end-over-end bounce and stayed in bounds. I thought that one was going to jump out of bounds, but it didn't. Fortunately, we got the good, like I say, the good hop.
Boyle County kept the football a long time to open up that 3rd quarter. Corbin's first offensive possession in the 3rd. Pat McCowan comes on at quarterback. Boyle shows blitz. Pat will keep and gets a couple of yards. Looks like to around the 36-yard line. So we got now a 2nd down and 8 for Corbin. Hounds working right in the middle of the field. Coming up to the line with Dennis Jones, Scott Hart, and Greg Wyatt. Pitch back goes to Jones around the right side, and he gets a couple more. That'll bring up 3rd and long now for Corbin. As the Hounds look like they want to attack the outside here in the 3rd quarter. We do have a flag on the play. Don't know what that could be.
Illegal block.
Illegal block against the Red Hounds.
Well, we've been penalized a bunch.
Yeah, it's been a tough night penalty-wise for Corbin.
It's a game here with us with the lead and our defense playing as well as they're playing. One thing we need to do is really try to keep field position, and you keep getting those major penalties. That's going to take you out of contention. You know, naturally you want to score, but right now it'd be to Corbin's advantage if they can keep, as good a field position as possible.
Well, they'll move this one all the way back to the 24-yard line. That'll leave Corbin now with a 2nd down and 21. Romines goes out to the right side. Crowley, the end on the other side, goes out to the left. Quarterback is Pat McCowan. Mix up at the line of scrimmage. Hand off to Bargo. Drop behind the line for a loss. That'll bring up now 3rd down and 22 for Corbin. That play just never did get off the ground at all.
We're headed the wrong way, Dave.
We're going backwards fast. If we could go frontwards this quick, we'd have been in pretty good shape. Dwayne Evans is centering. C.J. Taylor has spent some time over the football here in the game, too. And McCowan's dropping back to throw, and he falls down. Well, Pat McCowan just slips down after dropping back about 4 or 5 yards. That's going to bring on Chris Hammock to punt. Boy, Corbin really shooting themselves in the foot on that offensive possession. They kept going backwards. Now Chris will have to try to punt them out of it just a bit.
If they just field the ball where they stand right now, they're going to be at their own 45. Chris really needs a boomer here.
He will kick from about the 5, gets a nice kick off. Fair catch signaled for up at the 38-yard line. So 1st and 10 for Boyle County from the 38. 5:04 left to go in the 3rd period. The Hounds clinging to a 7-0 lead. So the Rebels with the good field position here brings their offensive unit on. Corbin defensively has not allowed them much. Lamons gets ready. Here comes Coleman. Pitch out goes to Coleman on the right side, trying to get around the end, and he does for about 5 yards. Down to the 30-yard line.
Once again, they're trying to get on the south side. That time they set him to the left and bring the motion to the right. And I tell you what, they do a real good job of. They're guarding tackle pulls out here, and they do a good job picking up some blocks.
Yeah, that's a nice pickup there by Coleman. He gets looks like about 7 yards on the pickup. So that'll be now 2nd and 3 for the Rebels. Moving it on the Red Hounds as Bondner comes in motion from left to right. Lamont turns, gives it off in there to Coleman. He's got room. He moves his way across the 20 down to the 18-yard line. That's a Boyle County first down. 1st and 10 Rebels at their Corbin 18. That time just straight up the middle, over right tackle for Coleman. Had a big hole waiting on him when he got there. Boyle County has threatened before, but they've given it up on turnovers each time. Bondner in motion from left to right. The eye back there behind Lamont gives it off to Coleman. Gets a couple of yards before Jeremy Moran.
Dwayne Evans also. And Creekmore. Shane Creekmore.
2nd down and 8 for the Rebels. Boyle County 7 wins, 3 losses this season. Corbin 6 and 4. The winner will play the winner of Middlesboro and Bourbon County next Friday night. Middlesboro was up 22-13 at the halftime in that game at Middlesboro. Handoff goes to Coleman. He may take it in. He's hit and dropped by Scott Hart, but not before he made it to the 5-yard line. That's another Boyle County first down, and certainly their offense looks like it's picked up some juice here.
Well, after we played so good defensively and we completely went south here, nothing fancy. They're lining up and just running straight at us.
Steve Jewell wants to call a timeout and talk to the defense, so we'll take a break. Boyle County's threatening, but Corbin's on top 7-0. This Red Hound football and your sports leader, WCTT. Gus will win this on a field goal. "7-0 is the score. Corbin on top with Boyle County in good position here. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 5-yard line, or 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. It has been Josh Coleman and good offensive line work from Boyle County on this drive. They're just lining up and running right over the tackle and mowing the Red Hounds down. I formation back behind the quarterback, Chris Lamont. He's going to pitch it out to Coleman. Heads around the right side, and he is in for the touchdown.
Well, nothing fancy, Dave. They just lined up and they blocked us, some sweeps. They got on the corner early, and then down there when they had to have some big yardage, they went right straight up the middle, right at us where we've been tough all year. Again, maybe we're tired. I'm not just surely what happened, but they definitely blocked us in.
7-6, and the Rebels coming on for the point after. They're going to line it up here, Burley, and go for 2. Boy, this takes some courage right here. Man in motion, that's Coleman, and now we got a timeout. Well, we've seen that before. They're trying to draw Corbin off. Now they're probably, since they couldn't, will come on and go for the extra point, you would think.
I'm not so sure about that.
Me either.
Boy, I don't understand this, though.
Oh, my God.
That's pretty brave if you do it. Boyle County coach Chuck Smith, you'd have to give him the Gambler of the Year award if he goes for 2 rather than 1. And Boyle County lined up to go for 2, but have called for the timeout here. Josh Coleman, a 5-yard run to make it a 7-6 football game. Corbin got their only score early in the second quarter when Pat McCown went 97 yards for the touchdown.
Maybe they feel like, Dave, with the success they've had on the ground on this drive, that they can put it in there. And I sure disagree with this call.
Well, now the official blows the whistle and says, let's play football. And, well, they're going to go for two. They really are. It's a big call right here. The eye lined up behind Lamont. He's going to pitch it out there to Coleman, and he is not in. Not in. He did not make it. He is stopped at the half-yard line. Actually, Corbin had him on about the 2. Then he got a little second effort and made it to the half-yard line. But Big Shane Creekmore was there along with Jeremy Moran, and Corbin leads 7-6.
You got a lot of courage, but doggone if I don't disagree with that. Man, of course, there again, you don't know what kind of kicker they got or how much trouble they had. I saw him in warm-ups. He seemed to be okay, but heck, he could be hurt. I'm trying to find an excuse for that coach.
Well, that's a gutsy play. I mean, you still got well over a quarter of football left to go here. Noel will kick it away. Back to receive for Corbin. Will be Pat McCowan, Chris Hammock, and Aaron Hoskins. Boyle County's only kicked off once, and that was kind of a little squib kick to start the game off. Noel approaches, puts the foot to another squibbler, and it will go out of bounds at the 30. 31. Corbin can take this on the 35-yard line, right?
Correct. Then the wheel.
So Boyle County with a touchdown, and then they went for 2 and did not get it, and they trail here 7-6. Corbin will elect to take the football at the 35-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 from there. The Hounds on top, 7-6.
It'll be Danny Steele at quarterback.
Clock is on 3 minutes, 15 seconds to go. We're in the third period of play. Corbin hasn't had their offense on the field except for one time in the third quarter and went backwards on that play. Steele pitches out there to Scott Hart, heading around the right side, and Scott gets about 2. Boyle County defense, they are pretty good, no doubt about it.
I'm telling you, they're aggressive. Very, very aggressive.
Scott by the 35 to about the 36-yard on the play. That'll bring up now 2nd.
I guess that's the thing that I don't understand about Boyle County's call the most. You got a great defense, and you get this thing, down into overtime is what I would think you would hope for.
Steele is handing it off straight up the middle to, who's that on the carry? Trey White? Trey White. Trey White on the carry for about another yard. That'll bring up 3rd and about 8 for Corbin. The Hounds just not figured out a way to move the football against this Boyle County defense. Steele, rather McCowan now comes into quarterback. 3 behind him. Pat will try to keep it around the left side. Down it goes for no gain on the play. And Chris Hammond will come on to punt it away for Corbin.
Well, you can see the tide turning right here, Dave. We need a mistake by Boyle County to regain some of this momentum. They took the last score down and scored and then come back out defensively and play very, very well. You can really see the momentum shifting right now.
Yeah, offensively, Corbin looking pretty helpless against this Boyle County defense right now. Hammock gets a line drive punt away. It goes to Noel at the 30. And down he goes at the 35-yard line. Looked like Corbin might have got away with a face mask there.
We did.
35-yard line, 1st and 10 there for Boyle County. They moved the football very well last time they had it.
Need an old turnover right here.
Wouldn't hurt a bit, would it? Boyle County hurt themselves a lot in the first half of turnovers, but have held on to the football here in the second half. Working from the right hash mark, I formation, Bodner in motion from left to right. There he comes. Lamont gives it off in there to Coleman, and he's got about 4 right across right tackle.
How big is Coleman? Not very big.
No, he's 5'11", 175, I think.
Yeah, I don't believe he's that big.
Yeah, that's what it says here.
It reminds you a lot of Comer from Rock Castle, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 5'11", 175. Good runner. But I'm telling you, his offensive line has done some work for him here in this second half. Second down and 6 now for the Rebs. He's getting a workout, though. Once again, the eye behind Lamont. Pitch out left side this time to Coleman. Hit behind the line of scrimmage. Dwayne Evans popped him. Dwayne gets up a bit slowly after the hit. That brings up now 3rd and 6 for Boyle. And the clock down now to 24 seconds to go in the 3rd period.
Been a good, hard-fought football game up to this point.
This time Bodner splits out wide to the right side. Lamont once again with the eye behind him on a big 3rd down play. Now Coleman breaks out of the eye and hits to the right side. Bodner's going to, Lamont's going to throw. He's got his man. Number 84, Chad Powell, all the way down at the 38-yard line. That's a big one.
That time they used Coleman for a decoy over here. He's been doing all the damage as the 3rd quarter ends.
So at the end of 3, Corbin still on top 7-6, but the tide has turned to Boyle County. We'll be back with the 4th and final period. This is Red Hound Football on your sports leader, WCTT. Top of Boyle County 7-6, but the Big Mo has shifted over to the Rebels. They got it 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line of Corbin to start things off here in the 4th and final period. Lamont gets it off in there to Coleman, jumps across the line of scrimmage for a gain on the play of about 4 yards. And Burley, that's a good offensive line surge that Boyle County's getting right now. They're getting about 3 yards just coming right off the ball.
Ryan Kelly and Creekmore on the stop that time. Yeah, you're exactly right, Dave. When you can see on the snap of the ball, they're getting good movement.
Good 1st down gainer that time by the Rebels. 2nd down and 6. Just underway in the 4th and final period. Final period of action this year for one of these two teams. Lamont has Bodner in motion. Now reverses, heads back to the left. Lamont's going to throw. He looks. He's got his man down there, and he dumps it for Powell. It's going to be on the 10-yard line. Touchdown for Chad Powell. And Boyle County goes on top 12-7.
Well, you can see the momentum changing, Dave, and that time they just, be honest with you, ran right by us. We will come flying up to try to stop the run, but this time the press box very loud and jubilant, but very, very good call by Boyle County's coach. I know he feels a lot better now after that extra point.
Well, that time, Chad Powell, who made the big 1st down catch just a moment ago to end the 3rd quarter, just outran the Corbin defenders into the end zone, and the ball was put on the money by Lamont. And it's a 12-7 football game. Boyle will line it up here and go for 2. Pitch out goes to Coleman around the right side. He's going to throw the halfback pass. It is... Oh, boy, a diving catch by Bodner. He just laid right on his belly and pulled that one in. And It's 14-7. Boyle County has the lead. We'll be back. The Rebels will kick away to the Red Hounds. This is Red Hound football on your sports leader, WCTT. Yes, sir. All right. Okay. Thank you very much. Well, Chad Powell on the touchdown reception, 2-point conversion. Caught by Bodner. And it's a 14-7 football game. Boyle County has taken over here in the second half. Corbin led 7-0 at halftime. Jeremy Noel gets a good foot into it. Pat McCowan fields it at the 10. 15, heading out to the left side to the 20. Here he might go. He's at the 40, but hit and brought down by the last person who had a chance at him. Or Pat McCowan would have had another long touchdown.
That's why they haven't kicked the ball to him right there, Dave. And this time they decide to. Now you know why they're squibbing. A lot of people say, why you squib it and give him good field position. But right there is why, because you get in his hands, he's a threat to break it.
So Corbin will start with good field position, but that hasn't meant a whole lot in this game because the Red Hounds just unable to move the football against this Boyle County defense. Number 1 in the state against the rush, and they've pretty much shown why here in this one. Steely at quarterback gives it off to Bargo. Bargo trying to stretch it out to the right side and moves it up to the 45, still going on up to about the 48-yard line. By far, Matt's best run of the football game.
Well, it's the only time tonight he's been able to get anywhere. They really flew it to us on the run, but not just Matt, all of them, as they've been very, very aggressive in coming up in there.
Second down and 2 for Corbin. Steely will stay in at quarterback. Romines and Coley are the ends. Corbin working from the right hash. Power I right set. And a flag on the play.
I believe we're lined up off sides.
Well, you know, they're very tough on this, lining up in the neutral zone here. And they're going to take away 5 of the yards that Matt got.
That was a correct call because I saw one of our hands pass the football there.
Well, a lot of crews let that go, Bernie, but these guys have caught it all night long, so you really have to be very conscious of where you're lining up at.
What's a mistake that you just shouldn't make? You know, I understand kids are young and things like that, but you should never line up past the football because all you got to do is take a look at it.
Well, that moves it back to the 43, second and 7 for Corbin. Steely will throw. He looks. He lets it go. It is caught by Coley all the way down at the 43-yard line. They're going to take him all the way back to about the 45. Now we got a flag on the play. He'll get spotted down at the 44-yard line, and that probably is going to be a personal foul on Boyle County. If so, that's a big one.
Yeah, I hope that's what it is. I hope it's not sideline interference.
Surely not again. They're getting ready to mark it off against Boyle, so it was against the Rebels.
Yeah, it's going to be a personal foul.
They'll go 5, they'll go 10, they'll go 15 yards. Whoa.
We're back in business now.
Corbin down 14-7, but that moves the football all the way down to the 29-yard line after Steely connects with Michael Crowley. Crowley had it on the 44, and he didn't go down. They kept taking him back. Then when they finally did get him down, I think someone got in there late. Steely takes the snap, turns, gives it off in there to Wyatt, I believe, down to the 25-yard line.
On the play before that, Michael, he did a good job to stop on the football because they were trying to struggle for the football. I think the personal foul was because the Boyle County kid didn't stop on the whistle.
Trey Wyatt on the carry down to the 25-yard line. 1st and 10, Corbin from the 25. We are in the 4th period. The clock at 9 minutes and 10 seconds. The Hounds trail it by a touchdown. Steely gives off in there to Pat McCowan. No gain on the play.
8:57 to go. If you score here, do you go for 2?
No.
I don't think so either. I think you go 1.
I'd be one of those chicken coaches. I would always go for the tie. I would never try to.
Well, believe me, it's a lot easier to sit up here and call it. It's just down there from the sideline.
Well,
I promise you that.
Going with a couple of big downs coming up here. 3rd and 5 for the Red Hounds from just past the 25-yard line, near the 24. McCowan, Wyatt, and Hart in the backfield. Steely, the quarterback. Pitch out goes to McCowan. He's got the 22-yard line, and down he goes. Now brings up 4th down, and what do you do here, Boyle?
I think you got to go for the first down here.
Corbin's going to ask for the timeout. The stick-up time for the Hounds. They've got it 4th down and 3. Ball is on the 22-yard line. We'll take a break, and we'll be back and tell you what happens. This is Red Hound football on the sports leader, WCTT. Well, the picture is this. It's 14-7 on the scoreboard. Boyle County on top. Down around the 9-minute mark here, or a little bit below 9 on the clock in the 4th quarter. Corbin has a 4th and 3 at the Boyle County 22-yard line. Red Hounds calling for the timeout. They'll go for it here on 4th down. This is a big play, to say the least. Boyle County, with just about everybody up there on the defensive front. Steely is going to throw. He's got pressure. He's being chased out of the pocket. It's going to be caught by McCowan. First down for the Red Hounds.
Well, Danny did a good job running to his left, getting that thing off to the right that time to Pat McCowan for a first down. We're still alive with 8 minutes to go, Dave.
That one goes inside the 15, down to the 13-yard line.
What's an exciting game.
It's a good football game. Your Mark doing okay and everything?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'd like to have another pack of crackers.
Full house backfield. Bargo, Wyatt, and Hart lined up behind Steely. Handoff goes to Trey Wyatt. Right on the line of scrimmage, he goes down. There's not much running room against the Rebels.
No. It's difficult in there. It really is.
That'll bring up now 2nd and 10. For Corbin. Bargo and Steely went over to talk to Coach Adams. Now they come back onto the field. Big possession here for Corbin. You really can't afford anything less than a touchdown here. Matt Bargo goes wide to the left side. Steely's looking to throw. Now he's going to duck and run. He's going to be hit on the line of scrimmage and cut down.
Time they tried to play that has been successful with Pat McCowan, but Danny's still a little bit young. He just don't have the quickness that Pat has.
So 3rd and 10 for Corbin. And we got an official timeout. An equipment problem looks like it was Scott Hart. He'll come off. Matt Bargo will come in. Corbin facing 3rd and 10 from the 13-yard line, the Boyle County 13. Certainly are down there within Gus Hauser's field goal range, but 7 would be a lot better than 3 right now. You're down 14-7, and it's been tough to move the ball. Steely drops back to throw. He looks, going for the end zone. Dropped by Robines. As he only was able to get one hand up in the air that time. Shane would have been short of the first down anyway.
Got a hand on it, but that'd have been a difficult one to come up with.
Yeah, pretty good coverage there by Boyle County. Corbin will go forward here on this 4th and 10 from the 13-yard line. Danny Steely, a quarterback, is dropping back. He looks and falls down. Fell down back at the 22-yard line. Boyle County will take over. Well, I guess the dew is starting to fall out there, and Danny was just trying to get his feet planted where he could throw the football.
Like we got a player shaking up over there. Yeah, Danny that time came back and just slipped and fell.
So the clock showing 6 minutes and 21 seconds. Boyle County on top 14-7. They'll take over at the 21-yard line. Corbin comes on defensively.
This thing's not over yet.
Well, if you're Corbin, you want to get 3 downs and a punt here out of Boyle County if you can. But lots of times, easier said than done. The Rebels with the I formation behind the quarterback, Chris Lamont, 6'3", 175-pound junior. Lamont turns, gives it off in there to Coleman, hits right across the right tackle for about a yard on the play.
Good defense again there as we get a lot of people the ball. You know, defensively now, again, we play very, very well with the exception of 2 series. Dwayne Evans was the player shaking up over there. He's out now. Greg White at one defensive end, Trey White at the other one now. Trey went out with a hip pointer and then hadn't played a whole lot defensively since then. He had a pretty serious hip pointer, I understand, earlier.
Settle down and about 7 yards for the first down marker for Boyle County. They got to make the 30 to get the first down. As Lamont pitches out right side to Coleman, he's got a little hole out there. He's being chased, a flag on the play. I think we got a hold against Boyle County anyway.
I don't think there's any question, yep. It was a hold. Good break for us.
Yeah, because Coleman was scooting it up there to about the 30. He would have had that first down.
You know, 5:16 to go. If we can just get the ball back one more time and, you know, maybe have a shot at winning this thing. Now let me ask you this. Now that it's under 5 minutes, you score. Do you go for 1 or 2?
I'd probably go for 2 under 5 minutes. But we're talking scoring. We don't even have the football. Second down and a bunch here, though, for Boyle County. That moves it to the 13.
I'm optimistic. You ever heard of that?
Yes, you are.
I can't spell it. I can't spell it, but I can say it.
Corbin, not in as bad a shape as it might appear. Like you say, it's 14-7. Boyle County's backed up here now. Defensively, you got to hold. Second down and about 17 or 18 yards for the first down. Pitch back goes to Coleman, trying to hit around that right end, looking for some room. He's got a little bit, but he's going to be corralled and taken out at the 20.
Well, he did a good job there of staying in bounds.
So it brings up now third down, a big third down here for Boyle County, 3rd and 10.
Dwayne Evans back in. Seemed to be all right, maybe just shaking up there. That's good news to have Dwayne back. 4:25, Dave. 4:25 to go. We trail by 7. We being Corbin. I don't mind saying it.
So the Rebels here, big third down play for them and a big third down defensively for Corbin. Chris Lamont takes a snap, pitches out on that left side over there to Coleman, running behind blockers. He's going to get the first down. There he goes. He might go all the way. He's at the 50. Chris Hammock chases him down from behind and knocks him off at the 35-yard mark.
That one hurt. You know, it looked like we were going to make the play there, and to be honest with you, they blocked us pretty good, and that one hurt.
That hurt bad.
Yeah.
That hurt good.
3:59 to go now, and, you know, should we get the ball back, we've got a long way to go. Still not out of the woods, though, but we got to stop them right here on this series.
Yeah, it looked like Corbin was going to have Coleman, but he found a hole, got through there, and took it all the way down to the 36-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 36 for Boyle County, inside Corbin territory. The others keep it on the ground here. Handoff is going to go to Kendall Wise. Brings up second down. Gain of about 4 yards on the first down play by Wise. 2nd and 6.
Offensively, Boyle County's looked like a different team here in the second half. To be honest with you, Dave, they've been an impressive football team. Defensively, I'll be honest with you, I didn't think they would be that good defensively, but they deserve the reputation they have.
Yeah, they are. They're good. I'm sure that holding Danville to 20 points was no fluke last Friday night. Bodner comes in motion, left to right, handoff goes to Coleman. There he goes again, just about broke that one. It's going to be taken down short of the first down. That'll bring up third down. But only a yard or so for the first down yardage here for Boyle County. They're down on the 26-yard line.
Down to 2:39 to go.
Well, they just like inches for a first down.
That's in their favor right there because they're probably going to get this first down. They're going to be able to run the clock a little more here, see. So when it's starting that much, really, it's at your advantage. Because you got 2 downs, you're normally going to pick it up.
Lamar moves underneath center, turns, gives off to Coleman. He's got the first down back to the 20-yard line.
Down to 2:16.
And the Rebels beginning maybe to smell a victory here over the Red Hounds.
Barring a turnover, Dave. Barring a turnover by Boyle County, this thing's probably over.
First down and 10 from the 20-yard line for Boyle County. They've made the big plays here in the second half, no doubt about that. Some big catches, big third down plays. As this time, Kendall Wise on the carry for about 3 yards.
This may be the first time in history that Boyle County has beaten Corbin.
I think so. I think I read in the paper yesterday where Corbin has only played them 3 times. They were all in the playoffs, and Corbin won all 3 of them.
I'll tell you this, Middlesboro will have their hands full if Boyle County goes ahead and wins this game. Down to 1:30.
Yeah, we didn't have a final in Middlesboro yet. It was 29-27 with a couple minutes to go. Middlesboro was ahead of Bourbon County. Handoff goes in there to Coleman, just bursting into the line.
Timeout.
And a timeout called for by the Red Hounds. Third down. And we'll call it 4 for Boyle County, but first off, let's take a break. This Red Hound football, your sports leader, WCTT. Yep. Time to start promoing basketball. Yeah, Mr. Optimism here. You know it's bad when he does that. Well, Burley beginning to look like that time of the year when we start promoting basketball. The Corbin Red Hounds will, on November the 8th, have their red and white night. This will be in conjunction with Cumberland College. They will have a maroon and white night. Corbin red and white 9th grade team will scrimmage at 6. The Cumberland maroon and white team will scrimmage at 7:30. Then the Corbin red and white varsity team will scrimmage after that. That all takes place at Corbin High School.
New era with Coach Mike Deaton.
Right.
Everybody anxious to get out and see Mike Deaton's style.
Boyle County, third down and 4. Pitch out goes to Coleman. He has got the first down. Corbin wraps him up and gang tackles him down at about the 15, or down at about the 10, but that is enough for the Rebel first down, and Corbin is all out of timeout. So this football game is about over. To the Rebels, all you got to do is fall on it 3 times, and that's it.
Everybody happy in the press box but me and you. It's tough.
Yeah. We're surrounded by happy people. Snap goes to Lamont. He touches one knee to the ground, backs out. That lets the clock run. Coming up after the game, we'll have our stats, plus also talk with Corbin assistant coach Willard Ferris.
Well, Boyle County very, very happy.
Oh, sure. They have a good football team. They played well here. They hurt themselves in the first half with turnovers, but didn't make any turnovers in the second half, and was able to move the football. As I think the coach there just got dunked with some Gatorade.
Got doused. Well, we're happy, you know. You beat Corbin, and anytime that you beat a Corbin football team, it makes people happy. And no matter where we go, boy, people get up and they play hard. And it's unfortunate for our kids that we're probably going to lose this game. We only thought, well, we're going to lose the game with only 13 seconds to go. Let's be realistic. But again, we didn't make the plays when we had to.
And Boyle County did. They made some big plays in the second half. Well, that's going to do it. Boyle County improves their record to 8 wins and 3 losses on the season. Corbin finishes up at 6-5. The Red Hounds do enjoy another winning season, the 26th consecutive winning season for Corbin Red Hound football.
It was a tough loss, and the reason it's a tough loss, Dave, because it's the last one for our seniors. And again, Boyle County made the plays when they had to, and anytime you lose, you can't blame anybody but yourself. You got to accept responsibility, and it's not the end of the world. It's not a happy time, but like I say, it's not the end of the world. And again, the theme has always been hard work, and you got to come back next year, and you got to go back, and you got to work hard, and just get it done.
All right, Corbin loses 14-7. We'll be right back. This Red Hound football, your sports leader, WCTT. Do the TV thing here. Yeah. Okay, Eddie Pearson, 3, 2, and 1. Well, Corbin falls to Boyle County by a final score of 14-7. The Red Hounds finish 6-5 on the year. Boyle County plays on. 8 wins and 3 losses on the season for Boyle County. And really hard-fought football game. A lot of hard hits. Boyle County hurt themselves in the first half with some turnovers, but came back out in the second half, just controlled the possession time of the football game, made some big plays, some key plays when they had to have them, and they pick up the win that I think they deserve here against Corbin.
Well, they outplaced Dave when they had to. When it's black, say black. When it's white, say white. And when it's red, say red. And my point being, that's what happened. When they had to make the plays, they made the plays, and we didn't. They have an extremely good defense. Everything they said about their defense is true. And like I say, it's a sad time for the seniors. But it's not the end of the world, and a good group of kids, and what's important now is that they excel in life, and they go on and do the things that they want to do and be happy. And there again, my theory of football has always been one thing, that can help put W's up or correct mistakes, and that's hard work. And next July when they get together, they got to start working hard again, as they did this July. Great attitude for these kids, but it just wasn't meant to be. And again, you got to be happy for Boyle County because they played extremely well, and they're jubilant because they won over a Corbin team. It's everybody's Super Bowl when we play them, and at the same time, you got to hurt for Coach Adams and his team. But again, it's not the end of the world. It's a football game, and it means a lot to the community of Corbin. But we'll overcome this, and there'll be another day when we'll be respected. And again, I always want the reputation that when we go somewhere, everybody does get up and try to play us the way they play us, because that means that we're still recognized around the state as a pretty good football team. And once again, my hat's off to the seniors.
Burley, seems like it's been a short season. I want to say thanks for all of your help this football season, and we'll do it again next year with Red Hound football.
Well, I've had a great time. Thanks.
Corbin loses by a final score of 14-7 to Boyle County. You've been watching Red Hound football on CBC TV. All right, Frank, we're ready. Before my voice goes completely out. Now Corbin drops it by a score of 14-7 to the Boyle County Rebels. You're at Boyle County High School. The Rebels will live to play another day. Corbin will not. And now we turn you over to Philip Russell with the game stats.
Game stats are totally different in the second half, Dave, as the Red Hounds just really could not muster anything. In the second half, Matthew Bargo attempted 2 rushes for a positive 6 yards. Patrick McCowan 5 rushes for -5. 1 yard for Scott Hart. Trey White 3 attempts for 5 yards. Danny Steele 2 attempts for a -3 yards. The Red Hounds rushed the second half 13 attempts for 4 positive yards. In the passing department, Danny attempted 3 times, completed 2 for 23 yards. For the game, the Red Hounds were led like this. Largo attempted 7 attempts on 2 carry. Made 2 yards. Patrick McKine, 13 attempts for 125. Scott Hart, 6 attempts for 9. Trey White, 4 attempts for 8. Greg White, 1 attempt for 5. Danny Steely, 2 attempts